Hello, and welcome to my craft room. My name is Laura, and I create DIY crafts for the home over at Heart-Filled Spaces. Today we are going to make 3D paper snowflakes. To keep this craft easy, I've created 6 different 3D snowflake patterns and step-by-step instructions for you. These templates are designed to be cut on an electronic cutting machine like a Cricut or Silhouette Cameo. However, the patterns can also be printed on a home printer and cut by hand with a pair of scissors and a craft knife. If cutting them by hand, use 8.5 by 11 inch white copy paper in your printer or a lightweight cardstock. The smaller size paper will produce smaller snowflakes, approximately 8 inches in diameter. Each snowflake pattern is available as an SVG, DXF, EPS, PNG, and PDF file. When using a digital cutting machine, they will be larger in size. While I wouldn't call it a giant snowflake, each snowflake template is pretty large when using 12-inch by 12-inch cardstock. The diameter of the larger snowflake is approximately 11.5 inches from tip to tip, and they are approximately 3 inches thick. They make beautiful Christmas decorations, but are also festive throughout the winter and holiday season. I've included links to access these templates in the description below this video tutorial. Also, to keep each video short, I've created 3 related videos for these snowflakes. This video includes the supplies you will need to create the 3-dimensional snowflakes and the assembly process. There is also a tech tutorial for using Cricut Design Space and a separate video for Silhouette Studio. Each of the tech videos are step-by-step tutorials to show you how to bring these files into your cutting machine software, prepare them to cut, and give you the necessary cut settings. This snowflake craft will provide fun for the whole family, so let's get started with this 3D paper snowflake tutorial. The supplies you'll need for this project are either a Cricut or Silhouette cutting machine or some other type of digital cutting machine, a light grip cutting mat, 65-pound cardstock in the color of your choice. You will also need Scotch tacky glue or some other type of tacky glue, a brayer, weeding tools, a scraper, and 2 rulers for assembling the snowflakes. Here I'm just showing you how the extra cardstock should just peel off, and then when you take up your panel, it will leave the extra pieces behind. This is why using that cardstock for intricate cut setting is so important. Then I just use my scraper tool to remove the extra pieces off of the mat. First I'm going to show you how to fold the 3-paneled snowflakes, the smaller ones, and then I'm going to show you how to fold the 4-paneled snowflakes. This one here is the 3-panel, and it's best to fold them all in the same direction with the panel facing the same direction up as it was on your mat, because that's how your score line was cut, and it's just going to be easier to fold this way. So you fold all 6 score lines, and then we're going to go back and just get the center score line on each side of the snowflake panel. So there's one on the left and then there's one on the right. So we're going to do the right one, and then we're going to do the left one, and this is kind of creating an accordion fold. And this should line up really nicely for you to just put a line of glue right along here and close the panel. So I'm using Scotch tacky glue, and you just put 1 line down the center and close it up. And now we're going to go ahead and start assembling the snowflakes. So you can see I have 3 panels here. This is for the 3 smaller snowflakes. We're going to go ahead and just kind of fold this panel in half to crease the center fold lines. And then we're going to position everything the way that it needs to go. So this will be the center panel, and then we have a left panel, and then we have a right panel. We're going to start with the center panel and put 1 bead of tacky glue down the middle and then across the center. Then we're going to line up the right panel, and we're going to press it into place. You want to apply a little bit of pressure. The tacky glue works better this way. Then we're going to flip it over and apply another line of glue down this side and then across the center. And then we're going to line up the left panel and press that one into place. So all 3 panels are now attached for the snowflake. Now we're going to begin to close the snowflake. So we're going to apply glue along the very center and then only on one middle side of the panel. I'm using rulers here to close the snowflake, but you can use your hands as well. So we're just going to pivot the outer edges of the snowflake in towards each other. The rulers are in the outermost panel. We're going to pivot it up. Get everything lined up nicely. I'm taking my time here just to make sure everything lines up well. And then you apply a little bit of pressure. And you want to make sure that you've applied a little bit of pressure, especially to the center of the snowflake, to hold it all together. And I just kind of work with it a little bit here to make sure that that tacky glue sets up before I release it. Then we're going to flip it over and do the other side. I'm putting a little pressure here on the center as well, just to give that glue a little more time to set up. Now we're going to work on the other side of the snowflake. Again, glue along the center and on one side of the panel. We're going to take our rulers and we're going to pivot that closed. Apply some pressure, working from the center of the snowflake out towards the tip. And there it is, one completed snowflake. Now we're going to move on here in just a minute to a 4-panel snowflake. As you can see, I'm taking my time here to make sure that tacky glue sets up. And there it is on all 3 sides, so you can see what it looks like. Here is the 4-panel snowflake. These are the larger ones, and they require 4 panels in order to close them. So we're going to go ahead and make our fold along the center again. We're just following the score lines. I find it helpful to use a scraper tool when doing this. It just keeps everything nice and crisp. And then we're going to hit our 3 score lines both on the left and the right side. So I'm going to fold them all in first. And now we're going to take that middle score line on each side and we're going to fold it in the opposite direction to create an accordion fold. We're going to flip it back over and we're going to go ahead and close this panel. Again, we're going to grab our tacky glue and run a bead of glue down the center, and we're going to go ahead and close this panel. Now we're ready to attach the 4 panels of the snowflake together. We're going to go ahead and line all 4 of the panels up so we know where we're working at. And then we're going to start in the middle 2 sections. We're going to run 1 bead of glue down the center and then again along the middle. I'm going to line those 2 center panels up and press them together. Now we're going to attach the right panel to the center two panels. Again, one line of glue down the center, along the middle, and we're going to line it up and attach them together. Now we're going to flip the attached 3 panels over, and we're going to attach the left side panel. Once all 4 of your panels are attached, we're going to push them back together, and we're going to start to pivot the ends out to make the snowflakes. So we're going to put a line of bead along the center and just on one side of the panel, and then here I'm using my hands, and we're going to pivot the snowflake in, pressing along the middle so that the glue bonds to the paper. And we're going to continue to do this all the way out to the edge. Just giving it a minute or so to set up so that the snowflake holds together and doesn't come apart. And now we're going to flip it around, and we're going to go ahead and start pivoting the other side. We're going to add the glue along the center and the middle. And here we're going to go ahead and pivot the snowflake close to complete the 3D snowflake. And there it is. It's all completed. I'd let these dry just for, a good 20 minutes or so before you hang them, just to let the glue completely dry. And there it is. For Cricut Design Space and Silhouette Studio tech tutorials, there's links available below this video. To access any of these snowflake files, there's also a link available in the description. For more paper crafts and to access my free library, visit heartfillspaces.com. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and press the like button.